All right, we're backstage with the Goo Goo Dolls, one of my favorite bands of all time. I was waiting for you guys to get done with the pregame meal. What do we have?
Not much.
No?
That was a little rough. It was a little rough.
You guys got to be used to this, though. How many years have you been together?
Doing it professionally. Really. Probably since '94 is when we really took off.
Who named the band?
I don't know. If I catch that son of a bitch, he's in trouble.
You get that name. You probably get that question a lot, right? Where does Goo Goo Dolls come from? I've always wondered that.
Yeah, people have stopped actually asking as much as they used to. Like when we first started coming around. Now I think it's just our band.
Yeah, but none of you guys named it.
No, we didn't.
No, one of us did.
One of us did.
Oh, come on,
I don't think
fess
any of us
up.
will cop to it.
Fess up.
No.
I think I wound up actually doing it, but I was 19 or 20 at the time, so
Yeah.
I plead ignorance.
Yeah. How many tattoos do you think the three of you have between all of you?
I have none.
Yeah, we have the same amount between the two of us.
How many do you think?
I don't know.
I have 7.
7?
I don't know, maybe 5 or 6.
Yeah, and you haven't jumped on the train.
No. It's the only way to make a statement as a musician anymore is not to have a tattoo. I'm the only one that doesn't. So.
Yeah. What's the craziest thing a fan has ever done?
Tried to kill me.
No, that's not a fan.
Well, she claimed to be.
A little crazy, huh?
Just a little crazy.
Yeah. What do you like about performing in Chicago and in Ravinia in particular?
Chicago's always great, just because it was one of the first cities that we actually broke out of. We were actually able to play here, in a place like the Metro after, in the old place called the Double Door and all that, after we got out of Buffalo. And there's a lot of the same mentality. Chicago is one of those cities where they still really love rock music,
If I pulled out your iPods, each of you, what's the first thing I would see on heavy rotation?
Yeah, actually, let's look.
Let's get a tight shot of this.
It's got Rick Ross on his. Yeah.
Okay. Really? I wouldn't have pegged you for that. I wouldn't have pegged you for that. Nice. Nice. So when you're writing music, what are the things that inspire you? Well, what do you like to write about?
Personally, I just sort of sit down when it's time to try to write a song, and I just work at it until, I feel like I have something that I'm not embarrassed to play my friends.
You ever play something for the guys and they're like,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
I would probably be teaching school, or I would have owned the bar I was working in, by this point.
Were you a bartender?
Yeah, I was a bartender, barback,
And
cook.
you would get up and play a little?
Yeah.
When did you know you had something special?
First time I got paid.
To do a gig?
It's hard because you spend your whole life when you're younger trying to do this, and we've been lucky enough to have been able to actually do it.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't think about that too much.
What's the feeling like for somebody that's never been on stage to hear the reception and the immediate gratification from the fans?
That's something you try not to get too much of a taste for that, because if you need that kind of approval, there's something wrong with you.
but doesn't every rocker love that?
Well, it's part of the process.
The adrenaline.
Well, it's part of that. It's part of that process of something that you worked on in a garage somewhere, or in a rehearsal space somewhere. Goes to a studio and makes it to a record and makes it to somebody's house, and they make it to the store and buy a ticket, and they make it to their car, and they make it to the concert, and they're standing in front of you, and that's the return of doing a great job.
The point is what your perception is of the situation. It's like if you think they're there for you, then you're gonna need that applause more.
Mm-hmm.
If you're there for them, it's not that important.
Yeah,
it's more like it's a validation in a sense of well, okay, we did a good job.
Yeah. Finally, favorite Goo Goo Dolls song?
Can't say.
No?
Can't say. There's no way. It changes,
Yeah.
It changes.
I guess I probably got to say Iris. Just because, that song changed, was a game changer for us. So, I guess I'd have to say that.
Johnny, Rob, Mike, thank you guys so much. The Goo Goo Dolls.
Have a great time.
All right.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it at Ravinia. See you later.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool.